LinkedIn is one of the most powerful platforms for getting freelance writing clients. Might be contrary to what you have heard, which is to get on UPWORK or certain job boards. In this video, I'm going to explain to you why LinkedIn is your best bet when it comes to landing higher paying freelance writing clients. Even if you have an existing job where you feel like you can't use your LinkedIn profile because your boss will find out, even if you feel like my ideal clients are not on LinkedIn, I don't know how to use LinkedIn, I'm going to share with you why this platform really is your best friend as a freelance writer and how I got my start as a freelance writer just by using LinkedIn alone. I am no social media expert. I don't even particularly love using LinkedIn, but I credit LinkedIn for helping me land my first high-paying client in less than 30 days. I was making a full-time freelance income in about 4 months, which was crazy because I was unemployed. Now, you're probably here from my last video series right here where I talk about how to get into copywriting, what is copywriting, the whole landscape, how to break in, how to land clients. You kind of understand the gist if you've watched that series. Now we're going to move into why you should use LinkedIn for your cold pitching and your online presence, your marketing as a freelance writer. I want you to pay special attention to one of the tips I drop later in the video because I'm going to share why LinkedIn has been so profitable, how LinkedIn enabled me to become a freelance writer in the first place, because this exact feature, using this feature that I'm going to share with you, is how I find my clients and how I go about pitching and landing these opportunities. So you're not going to want to miss that. Keep watching until the end. The value of being on LinkedIn is really your ability to build a freelance optimized, search optimized profile, search for unique opportunities and get directly to decision makers, and generate a steady flow of clients. You can stop dealing with the feast and famine that us freelance writers so often face once a project ends and we feel like we're back to the drawing board looking for where our next assignment is going to come from. So reason number one why LinkedIn is so powerful is that once you create an optimized profile, it's sitting on the internet and it's doing the work for you. As a matter of fact, if you have a LinkedIn profile, it's most likely going to be the first thing that shows up in Google SEO results when someone Googles your name. So you really want to make sure that that profile reflects the message you're trying to put forth. Why I love LinkedIn is that my whole approach is on cold pitching, cold outreach, really getting proactively in front of your ideal client. But a lot of my business, actually the majority of it, comes from inbound leads, meaning that people find me on LinkedIn and reach out to me because when they go to search, my profile has specific keywords that are strategically placed throughout my profile that allow me to come up as number one in those search results for my writing niche. So it really packs that SEO power for a freelance writer in such a powerful way with very minimal work. I want to show you guys a spreadsheet I made of where my clients came from. I have a list of 25 clients that I've worked for over the past few years of freelancing, and where they came from is pretty telling. I'm not showing you column A because that's the names of all my clients, but as you can see, column B is where I separated it between whether they reached out to me, whether I cold pitched them, or whether it came from job applications or a referral. Another reason why LinkedIn is amazing for freelancers is that you can ask your clients for recommendations or referrals or testimonials right on the platform. It makes it super easy for them to write that testimonial. It's sitting on your LinkedIn profile, so when other prospective clients do stumble upon your profile, they can see all of the great testimonials you have. And personally, something I do is I take the testimonials that my clients have written and I transfer them to my website and all of my marketing materials so that I'm basically repurposing these compliments and these recommendations that I get from my clients. I love LinkedIn because it really automates the process and allows the client to literally receive your request, write the testimonial, be done with it. And sometimes you can feel like you're kind of nagging clients to give you testimonials. I do recommend that you are super persistent regardless. But the fact that you have that mileage with LinkedIn to really have that proof right on your profile and then copy and paste it to all the other areas of your online presence is just such a bonus. What I also love about LinkedIn is the search feature. Now, I'm gonna introduce an awkward word called the Boolean search feature, Boolean search terms, but basically you can be hyper targeted and strategic with the words you're using to identify people who are looking for a copywriter right now. These Boolean search terms really just allow you to get more accurate results. On top of these Boolean search terms, you can use the filters feature to get even more narrow. And if you follow my advice, you're choosing a writing specialty that allows you to stand out and gain higher paying clients. And when you can filter the opportunities by your niche and by your industry, the other reason why LinkedIn is so powerful for writers is that it's all about building a network. In freelancing, having a network of clients, having a network of people who are related to your niche is how these great opportunities are going to find you. Unless you are going to those in-person meetups and nurturing people who you've met in person, LinkedIn is the easiest way to stay in touch with your contacts, to stay top of mind with them. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to engage with their content so that you can constantly stay top of mind in a really autopilot way. But think of LinkedIn as every day that you spend on that platform sending connection requests, invitations to people. You're building your network, you're investing in this asset that's going to result in writing opportunities. The people who you most want to get in touch with, the businesses you want to write for, 99% of the time do have a LinkedIn profile and will be getting your messages. If they're active on LinkedIn, all the better, because you can engage with their content and stay top of mind. As someone who doesn't post proactively on LinkedIn, I don't have like a thought leadership strategy. I love that I can like and comment and passively engage with people. I'll talk a little bit about how I message them in a bit, but it's a good way for an introvert like me who just isn't investing in a thought leadership strategy on LinkedIn, putting myself out there in that way, which by the way, it's great if you do, but it's great for someone like me to constantly have my name, Christine, pop up in that person's notification, because it just makes me stay top of mind, keeps me memorable for the client. That's a really good strategy for you to adopt as well. Are you engaging with relevant posts in your niche, in your industry? The wider and more relevant your network, meaning if you are in touch with a bunch, let's say you're a health and wellness freelance writer, for example, and you have this large network of health and wellness professionals and you're engaging on their posts, you're constantly connecting with new people in this industry, your name is going to come up first when they do have that need for a copywriter. You are going to be that go-to person. So the more you grow your network, the more opportunities will come. LinkedIn allows you to search for actual decision makers. Really think about this for a second. I don't know how you've been pitching up until this point, but unless you know who hires freelance writers, who are you going to target? Now, whenever you're applying to a job or opportunities, the advice that you'll get is always like, never write to whom it may concern, right? If you're a job seeker, you know that you want to find the hiring manager's name so that the message is more personalized. It shows that you did your research. Why I love LinkedIn is that you not only are going to pitch a company with a random pitch and have your wasted effort possibly fall on deaf ears because that person doesn't even have anything to do with the copywriting and the content writing or the marketing of a company. You can actually see who does what within a company. LinkedIn is basically a transparent org chart. You're going to want to check out this video here where I share with you the exact titles to search for writers on LinkedIn. I'm giving all that away in that video here, so don't miss that. But that's LinkedIn's true value. In today's day and age, people are shifting from companies left and right. They don't stay anywhere. So being able to see what someone does, what job they hold at the moment is really, really valuable. Especially for me, I'm a B2B technology writer, so my clients are constantly shifting and moving to new jobs or getting laid off. There's so much, especially this year has been such a tumultuous time in the tech industry. So as people shift and move from company to company, they actually bring me with them as their writer. Maybe their work email gets shut down and they get locked out of their work email, but because I'm connected with them on LinkedIn, we're still in touch. They're just bringing me along to their next company because they always kind of go for similar roles. So your LinkedIn network, like I said before, is so valuable because it's your Rolodex and allows you to really stay in touch with people even after they've moved on, and you get to follow people throughout their career and have that x-ray vision into a company and see who is the marketing officer, who is the CMO. If somebody quits, for example, one of your freelance clients quits, you can literally just go and identify who else in the company you can reach out to who's in a similar department and save the account and not lose them. When you engage with relevant content on your LinkedIn feed, it allows you to constantly stay up on the newest, most relevant opportunities that other freelance writers are not seeing, are not getting access to. So like any social media algorithm, when you like and view and engage with certain content, you know social media wants to give you more of what it thinks you like. So when you're on your LinkedIn feed and you're engaging with relevant content, when you're engaging with people in your niche that are posting about marketing and writing opportunities, LinkedIn basically serves as this tool now that's going to continue to push those opportunities in front of you. So when you open your LinkedIn app on your phone while you're watching Netflix or zoning out at the end of the day, you can literally spot opportunities and take note notes and capture, oh, this company's hiring. Let me create a task so I can cold pitch them tomorrow. If you train your algorithm to show you the things that are most relevant to you, you can really automate the prospecting process, your list building, as I call it, process, because you have a feed that's just filled with people looking for copywriters or announcing expansions of marketing departments or things that would make you want to reach out to someone. Another really easy way to start conversations and find freelance writing clients is to monitor who's viewing your profile. Now, getting to see who's going to look at your profile is going to be limited by whether or not you are paying LinkedIn or not. Typically, LinkedIn will show you maybe 1 to 2 people who viewed your profile, and if you pay for LinkedIn Premium, you'll see the whole list. But something that I love doing is monitoring who's looking at my profile and then instantly starting a conversation with them that way while you're fresh in their mind. Chances are they were looking for a freelance copywriter, they were searching a bunch of profiles, maybe they hopped on your profile and then they got distracted. When you see that they viewed your profile, you have the ability to literally message them, pitch them in that moment, and get the opportunity. Now, I know that being employed full-time and knowing your employers can potentially see what you're doing on LinkedIn is really stressful, so I want to take time in this video to share ways you can continue to use LinkedIn despite having a full-time job and being worried about your employer finding out. So let's say that you want to fill out your profile so that you're in the search results when clients are looking for a freelance writer, but you can't explicitly put that your title is freelance copywriter. Something you can do in your about section and even your work section is use more vague, ambiguous terms and keywords that hint at your freelance writing abilities, such as specializing in or experience in, passionate about. And then if you use those less distinct descriptors, it's like your employer can't tell you what you're interested in and passionate about, right? So you can still have those keywords show up in your profile when you use more indirect terms like that, like specializing in, interested in, even if it's not in your actual title or current work situation. You're also going to want to update your privacy settings. Adjust your privacy and security settings to protect your current job while remaining visible to potential clients. That means turning off the feature that notifies your network when you change your profile. You can also use LinkedIn's open to work functionality privately to let recruiters know that you're open to opportunities without alerting your current employer. You can still connect and build on growing your network on LinkedIn in your niche. No one is going to stop you from that. Everybody now has to connect with people relevant in their industry and grow their network. So that's an activity you can still do despite being employed full time. Nobody can control who you reach out to and connect with and start conversations with. And that brings me to the next point, which is you can still cold pitch on LinkedIn. This is one of the biggest objections or hesitations that people have before joining my LinkedIn cold pitching course called 30 Days to Paid, is that they just think, well, I have a full-time job, I have an employer, I'm not going to be able to use my LinkedIn profile, so I can't pitch. However, how are you ever going to get started unless you at least do the activities that you know you can do? Maybe you can't go full out and brand yourself and start a thought leadership strategy and build this entire online presence around freelance writing, but you really don't need to. You can use your profile to your advantage, even if it doesn't mean putting yourself out there super publicly. You can still message people privately. Nobody's going to know who you're messaging. You can pitch people and give them a link to your website that is not going to be publicly visible. You can send them your portfolio. In my next video, I'm going to share with you how to actually use LinkedIn. I'm going to give you a demo of the features to use on LinkedIn to land higher paying freelance copywriting opportunities. Do not miss that video. You can find it right here. See ya.